Republicans at the state capitol want a new official leading Wisconsin elections. They took the next step today toward firing Megan Wolf, but it's not a done deal. Political reporter Will Keneally shares what comes next for Wolf.
On a normal day, you'd see through these doors here what's essentially a very public job interview. And that's what was scheduled today. Public testimony on the confirmation for the state's top elections official. But after weeks of political trickery, that yielded what we saw today, an empty chair.
Considering what happened after the 2020 elections and since, we are in a world crazy for next year.
That's the fear for local election officials if the Republican Senate votes to oust the woman who's been leading Wisconsin elections since 2019. Lisa Tollefson is that longtime local clerk for Rock County.
We need strong leadership, and Megan has proven that. With her guidance, her questions, being accessible when we need her, to help make decisions, to help make sure we are doing elections correctly.
But Republicans took one step closer to firing her. And here's where that trickery comes in. Normally, confirmation for this post starts in the bipartisan commission that oversees state elections, heads over to the state Senate for approval, then back to run the agency. Now, the Senate could take that appointment and ultimately reject it, firing that person. For this, the commission wants Wolf to remain in place and used a procedural trick to keep her on. Now, the Senate used their own trick to try and force her through. And that's where we are today. The Senate saying that they are moving ahead with the ball in their court anyway. Now, the committee has to hold a public hearing before voting on Wolf, so the next meeting they could vote to fire her. We asked the chair of the committee when we could see that happen next.
I would say, well, we have a floor session coming up mid-month of September, so it's at this point in time we're queuing up bills toward those floor sessions.
Now, even if the Senate does vote to fire Wolf, some of those safeguards that the commission put in place could keep her in her job. We'll likely see this all play out in court. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.